Duxbury got in touch with me ahead as well. What do you have, Dux?
You got the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Last week I showed this piece. This is a non-uniform web on the bottom of the bowl. And these are opposing. When you take a bowl and cut it in half and glue the tops together, all of these things oppose each other. And I was wondering how I could get these to parallel each other. So I had to have two identical bowls. These are about 6.5 inches in diameter. They're identical bowls cut in half. That's the top view. This is the bottom view. These are exactly alike, exactly. Here's the top view on this side and the bottom view on this side. Now the tops and the bottoms match. The angle of this matches. So when you put these together the conventional way, like we were doing, this is what you see. This is two bowls opposing each other, uniform walls. This is the same thing. This is the bowl I just showed. This is with the bottoms. This is with the tops put together. This is with the bottoms put together. So you have opposing views. These are two of the bottoms put together. This is the bottoms put together. This is the top put together with the bottom. Here's what I was trying to get, the uniform wave in there. Okay?
Yeah. That's what I was going to waiting for you to do. Exactly that.
Here, put them all together. You got uniform wave this way. You got a uniform wave with two bottoms put together opposing in the center. This is a uniform wave with the tops put together. This is standing up uniform wave. And standing up with the opposing in the center. There's dozens of ways to put these together. In fact, I just figured out another one while I was sitting here. But anyway, I really like what you did, John. This could go on forever. Okay, there's probably 40 ways to put these together.
Well, the thing is that what you've just done is given us a superb example of using the camera as a design tool. You make some parts and then try different arrangements and take pictures. And at the end of the day, when you're done, you've got an amazing set of pictures of a design exercise that you can refer back to and use. So that's a very useful thing to do.
It just occurred to me, Jim, maybe make one bowl out of different wood, different color. Then what?
I have so many ideas from this. It goes beyond. It's beyond words. I got to get out of this. I'm doing something else tomorrow. I'm not trying to do this anymore.
Well, how many of the rest of you guys would do a thing like this as a design exercise? Make some parts that were interesting and fun, and then play with them and take pictures as you go. How many of you have tried a thing like that? It's I've always found that. I was taught that in school. And I found that to be an enormously useful way to explore ideas. And then out of this, you can say, oh, this is the avenue I want to pursue and make a really nice piece that has a lot of thought in it.
Well, my big problem now is I can't glue them together, because if I glue them together, I can't show all the possibilities.
No, you have to make another set to glue together.
Well, and even magnets. I tried magnets, or I was thinking about magnets.
You'd have them everywhere.
As you reverse things, you end up with like magnets in the other side, so it can't work. It won't work with Velcro. I can't think of a way to put them together. Anyway,
John, you had a raising of hands, but because Jim is on screen share, nobody else could see how many were responded to your question.
I see the full gallery view, but you don't. Yeah, let's see. Yes. Here. Are you done with pictures, Jim? Am I going to stop?
Let me stop screen share.
Okay. Now, how many of you have tried that kind of work to, just making parts and putting them together and taking pictures to build yourself a little design exercise, design library. It's just a way of sketching. I know I have.
John, I did a candlestick once from a picture in Architectural Digest, and then played with the picture, and I forget what the project was. I think I probably documented it, but I'd have to find it. I was looking at dimensional proportions and stuff like that, and just took segments and moved them around, etc. It was kind of fun. It was a long time ago.
You really learn a lot doing that, and you can get a lot out of a very small amount of wood turning in terms of design development. So if you haven't tried that, I highly recommend you do with your next project.
Can you spotlight me one more time? I just came up with this. If you put the bottom and the top together, but I can't hold it. Somehow I can't hold it.
Jim, do you start with two pieces of wood glued together, or just one piece and you cut it apart?
One piece. You start with one piece. One piece. You make a bowl. And then you cut it apart. I don't know where the camera goes.
Just hold still and let the camera focus. There you go.
Then you cut it apart.
So you lose the saw curve and you don't care.
No.
Yeah.
And when you put the two tops, together, I oiled them. Wait a minute. When you put the two tops together, you get this. When you put the two bottoms together, you get this.
Yep.
And if you put a top and a bottom together, how does it do this? Here we go. Put a top and a bottom together, you get this.
It's superb. A beautiful exercise, Jim.
But the two have got to match. This taper has got to be the same as this taper, because when you put them on from the other side, the OD of this and the ID both have to match perfectly, so that they, no matter how you put these together, they match.
Jim, I assume you're making these matches by using a pattern that you fit in there. Is that correct?
Yeah, I use that molding gauge. I use all kinds of things. I have a drawing first. I turn to a drawing, and I almost do that. I don't do anything freehand anymore. I make everything to a drawing, period. When I put a block of wood on the lathe, I know exactly what's going to come off.
And if I was making that, I would make a template, an exact template, out of cardboard or wood.
I've tried that. I have a problem with templates. It seems like I try to make the template fit the wood. I start pushing the template, but no, you're right. You do use templates, and I use that wire. What do they call it? A molding duplicator or something?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of wires held in a frame.
Profile gauge.
A profile gauge, yeah. That helps.
Hey, Jim, glue it together. It'd make a great party dish. Come on, just make it useful.
Well, that's what you do after the design exercise. You just choose the best and glue it together.
Wood shop. Thank God for wood.